Thank you. To ask the Scottish Government what action it will take to support transgender people following the recent Supreme Court ruling, in light of reported concerns from transgender people and their friends, family and allies that it undermines the rights and risks the personal safety of transgender individuals.
Cabinet Secretary.
Following the Supreme Court judgment, I met with our LGBTQI+ stakeholders to discuss the concerns of the transgender community. The Scottish Government will continue to engage with LGBTQI+ stakeholders while the Equality and Human Rights Commission consult on their updated Code of Practice. Scottish ministers have consistently called for everyone engaged in this debate to be respectful and mindful of their tone. We have also repeatedly called for the consultation on the Code of Practice to be fully inclusive and have highlighted this to the EHRC.
Mark Ruskell.
Well, can I thank the Cabinet Secretary for that sympathetic response? The real issue here is that the increasing levels of violence and discrimination trans people face, which is destroying their dignity. Which toilets people use is an utter red herring. We should focus on the root causes of the real violence and structural oppression that both women and trans people face. How will the Scottish Government engage further with that EHRC consultation on the final guidance to ensure that it does not further infringe on trans people's dignity and rights, rights which they have successfully had for decades?
Cabinet Secretary.
Well, Mark Ruskell quite rightly alerts the Chamber once again to the continuing violence, discrimination and abuse that members of the LGBTQI+ community face, and particularly those in the transgender community, given recent events. As I said in my opening remark, we have called on the Code of Practice consultation to be fully inclusive. The Government will also, both at official and ministerial level, continue to engage with the EHRC, and we would encourage everyone who has an interest in this consultation to engage, and for the EHRC to be able to support them in a manner that we would all expect.
Good. I've got a couple of supplementaries. First, Rona Mackay.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Can the Minister please expand on how the Scottish Government will continue to work with a range of third sector organisations to ensure that the voices of those with lived experience can help to improve outcomes for LGBTQI+ communities across Scotland? Cabinet
Secretary.
Well, we're providing funding of over £1.1 million in 25-26 to organisations promoting LGBTQI+ equality in Scotland. These organisations are working to improve the lives of the communities and to increase their access to services. The work undertaken by the organisations in receipt of this funding includes policy development, training, research and engagement with the LGBTQI+ community.
Anna Regan.
The fear and toxicity referred to are, of course, fuelled by hyperbolic assertions from those advocacy groups and then amplified by those in positions of influence. In the For Women Scotland case, the Supreme Court brought vital clarity. Sex in law is not changed by self-ID or certification. Trans-identifying people deserve dignity and honesty, but women and girls deserve safety. So what support is there for those who faced coercion, risk, harm under gender self-ID, whose health, whose well-being, whose livelihoods have suffered simply for defending the lawful human rights to sex-based protections for women and girls?
Cabinet Secretary.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. As I said in my original remarks, we have consistently called for everyone that's engaged in this debate to be respectful and mindful of their tone during this debate, and also very mindful of the implications if they choose to enter into this debate in a way that does do so in a disrespectful manner. That is for absolutely everybody involved in this debate, because it is important, particularly on sensitive matters, that we do so respectfully and we do so mindful of the consequences of our tone and our conduct. That includes both in this chamber and out with.